Latino Caucus, you give me the opportunity to talk about my work with the Hispanic community and my plans if I'm re-elected. This has been a priority community for me, but I'm going to focus not on things of general interest where Hispanics figure very importantly, such as health care, because Hispanics, for example, have the lowest amount of health care in the United States and in the city, or education, DC tag, or even the $5,000 home dollar credit, which has allowed so many Hispanics to own homes. I'm going to concentrate on the more immediate issues affecting this community. I have been determined to make the Hispanic community an important part of my work ever since I came to Congress and discovered no Hispanic presence in the delegate's office. I have broken that pattern. There are always Spanish-speaking staff. I believe that's important to representation of my constituents. Alma Cardenas Molina is here with me tonight. I've done the same breakthrough by establishing the first ever Latino Congressional Council to help me think through the congressional federal concerns for this community. An example of how useful this council has been is that this council was the first to bring to my attention the Secure Communities program. I immediately wrote the police chief. I'm a member of the Homeland Security Committee. Let her know this has nothing to do with Homeland Security. It has to do with discrimination and profiling. Now it's become an issue, of course, in the council. I've involved the Hispanic community in all of my work. For example, I have presidential courtesy, senatorial courtesy from the president to appoint the U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, our federal judges, and our parole commissioners. This is a very important criminal justice matter for this community. I have appointed Hispanics to my federal law enforcement nominating committee to help me choose the U.S. Attorney and the federal judges. I have gotten millions of dollars in earmarks every year for Hispanic community organizations. I submitted them as part of my application for this year. I am deeply involved in immigration reform, including co-sponsoring all of the important immigration reform bills, signing on to a statement that those of us most involved in immigration sent to the President of the United States, begging him to take leadership of immigration reform this year, and my statement at the mass rally that was held here for immigration reform. I issued a statement immediately after the Arizona law was passed because I'm a former chair of the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, and I do discrimination when I see it. And I said that I believe we needed an immediate injunction against that bill. There is no important bill affecting this community that I have not co-sponsored, from the DREAM Act to Every Person Counts. I'm on the subcommittee with jurisdiction over the census. The Hispanics are my prime concern on that committee. Other important matters I'm working on as we speak: TPS renewal, affecting 250,000 Hispanics. Employment for Hispanics. I have brought the largest projects the city has ever seen, including the Department of Homeland Security on the old St. Elizabeth campus, 38,000 jobs, construction jobs, over the next 8 years. I am monitoring by race, ethnicity, and address, because people can get these jobs from outside the city as well. Who gets these jobs? I am chair of the subcommittee with jurisdiction over these jobs. I am particularly monitoring higher education opportunities for this community, because higher education is critical to the success of this community. This community is America 20 years from now. We better pay attention to it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now we're going to ask Alston Dana Jean. He's not here. Alston Dana Jean. Going once. He has chosen not to come to this caucus. Sloan Douglas. What? Sloan Douglas.
Douglas Sloan.
Douglas Sloan.
Yeah.
Sloan Douglas. Douglas is not the other one. So let's give it up for Douglas Sloan, please.
Thank you very much. Buenas tardes, mis amigos.
Buenas tardes.
Me llamo Endorsement, and I am running for the position of U.S. Congress in Washington, D.C. For those of you that don't know about me, a little bit about my background, I am an ANC commissioner for 8 years up to 4 B. I've served as Vice President of the Ward 4 Democrats as well as the Vice President of D.C. Young Democrats, and I worked as an outreach coordinator for Mayor Williams as well as a legislative analyst on the City Council Committee on the Judiciary. I guess I've always wanted to help people, and that's why I decided to run. I felt this position was being underutilized because I don't see enough focus on community issues. And that my idea is to redefine the position of congressional representative to focus directly on policy issues that are going to directly affect U.S. citizens and D.C. residents. I want to focus on job training, education programs, small local business loans, health care initiatives, statehood. I don't want to mess around with this voting rights thing a minute longer. It's been 20 years we have no movement on voting rights, HIV/AIDS awareness, and construction and development contracts, which I think is the key issue. I also would like to see more money for education retainment programs to ensure that Latinos and Latino students graduate from high school as well as go on to pursue higher education. I would also like to work to ensure that DC has better healthcare outreach programs to fight endemic health issues in the Latino community like diabetes or obesity. And I would also like to work to give tax credits to U.S. companies that focus on giving jobs to the community. I'll keep this short and sweet. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a political system that's called democracy in this country, and quite frankly, it does not work well unless you have turnover. We cannot continue to push these same ideas over and over again and expect different results. We've had 20 years now without any movement on voting rights, on state or statehood. I plan to change all that. As a representative for the District of Columbia, I see we're bringing some more chairs. I can be much more effective in reaching out to the Latino community with a vote on Capitol Hill. And I'm talking about full representation for the District of Columbia, not just one vote. I believe that with hard work, dedication, and support from communities such as the Latino community and various other minority communities throughout the city, that we can work to make this a better city for everyone. And like I said, I'm very community focused.